Hey guys, so here is my newest watch that just arrived. I've been waiting for about 2 weeks, and I wasn't sure if I want to do an open box. Even though I really enjoy watching open box videos, I just thought maybe it would sort of lack creativity on my part. But you know what? Now that I'm recording it, I think it's pretty exciting. The anticipation has been building up. It came from Singapore to the US. I was too cheap to pay for DHL, so it was just regular airmail, and it took exactly 15 days, right about 2 weeks to arrive, and I'm super stoked. And I have not opened this, just got this in today. Everything's still taped up, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna crack it open and see what we got inside. A box cutter. Okay. Gonna get to work. Alrighty, let's take the sleeve off. And immediately you'll see Seiko 55th anniversary divers. Prospex limited edition styrofoam. Well, I mean bubble wrap. Seiko worldwide guarantee. Very nice. Instruction manual. Little piece. And there it is. Wow. Very nice. To bring the lighting a little closer. Now this thing is sold out everywhere, and it was not available through the AD. I contacted them. They said they couldn't order it anymore. It's sold out. And I know there is 2 other variations, the non-limited edition. I really wanted the limited edition because I just felt it was the first one, the first iteration. It was more special. And you know, a lot of people said, you know, 5,500 pieces, is it really a limited edition? But you know what? I've watched every YouTube video on this watch, and you know, it was in English, it was in Japanese, it was in Chinese, it was in all different sorts of languages. This thing is sold all over the world. And just imagine, I mean, how many even made it out of Japan, and how many made it out of Asia. I can't imagine how many these are in the United States. Probably not much, maybe 1,000, 1,500, who knows. Yeah, for a company like Seiko, 5,500 pieces, it's pretty limited, I would say. It was pretty hard to find one that's brand new. If they do come up for sale in the secondary market, it's been used, even if ever so slightly. So this one, first time seeing it, it's brand new. Still got the wrapper. Actually, he put some extra wrapping, I think, just to make sure it made it from Singapore to the US. safe and sound. So yeah, it looks wonderful. Almost better than I thought, better than what I imagined it would look. Now Seiko, especially divers, I've always found to be not great. I mean, there's always something funky about Seiko divers, whether it's the 4 o'clock crown or oversized hands, or just something funky. And this is probably the first Seiko diver that I found to be really attractive. And I know the SLA limited editions are even better, but those are 4 or 5 times the price. The high beat version SLA 037, it originally retailed for over $6,000. So this thing is an absolute steal, and it's been modernized even compared to the SLA. Yeah, it's a little more pedestrian, it's a little more tool-like, but it's been modernized. There is absolutely nothing that I can complain about with this watch. The crown's at 3 o'clock. It's got the date window, which I usually like with an everyday watch. Just something that I like to have just at a glance to know what day it is. If I'm with the kids, I take them to doctor's office. There's always a form to fill out. And the fact that it comes with a steel bracelet and the rubber strap, it's just a bonus. And the strap, I believe, is a super premium feeling strap. Seiko. Still got the sticker on it. It feels really nice. Yeah, my first Seiko diver. I've had other Seikos, the Seiko Brides chronograph, namely. With divers, I usually, now I was actually looking at a Tudor watch before I purchased this, and I think being much less expensive than a Tudor, this was a pretty good deal. And it's, if you're wondering, it's quite hefty. It's stainless steel, pretty hefty on the bracelet. The blue sticker on the back, and this is actually probably one of the few watches that I've had with a solid case back. Haven't had much watch that still use solid case back. Even for Seiko, so many watches now have the see-through, and I love see-through case backs. I don't care if it's decorated or not. The movement, I just enjoy seeing the mechanical parts. So this is refreshing, and I mean, for a tool watch, dive watch, solid case back, no problem, I think. So yeah, it's not gonna be a whole long review. I mean, there's not much left to say. There's literally hundreds of videos on YouTube on this watch and the sibling, the gray dial and the chocolate dial. So I'm not really gonna go into the details. It is, I would have to say, one of the most perfect Seiko dive watch that they've made. And if this is the direction that Seiko is going, I mean, yeah, I think I'll be a big Seiko fan. I'm already looking at some Grand Seikos. I think that's a whole other level, but at a really good value. I mean, Grand Seiko, if those watches came out of Switzerland, I mean, they would be $10,000, $12,000 easy. So, and you're not really missing anything, and that's the big part of buying these watches is, you know, you don't have to spend $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 to get a good quality premium watch. This thing, the movement is 70 hours. This is well above what most Seiko watches, at least in recent memory. And a lot of the micro brands who still uses ETA movements, Miyota movements, you know, they're still stuck at 40 or so hours. So it is a lower beat. It's a 3 hertz, but honestly, I used to be a really stick up for at least 4 hertz. I just thought 3 hertz is somehow degrades the watch. But you know what? A whole lot of super premium watch makers use 3 hertz movements. Patek, Audimar's Breguet, you name it. A whole lot of their watches are actually running at 3 hertz. It's actually better. It's actually better for the longevity of the movement and the parts if it runs at a slower beat rate, because the wear and tear is not as extreme. Just sort of like, I guess you can kind of use a car analogy. If you have a supercar, it's gonna be harder on the engine and all the parts. So yeah, I mean, this has a very reliable movement. It's not gonna be super accurate. Honestly, if I want accurate time, I'll use my phone. So for a watch, if it's within 10-15 seconds, it's perfectly fine with me. These are sold out, so if you're able to find one brand new, yeah, I mean, get it. Thanks for watching, guys.